Emmerdale has now exposed the full scope of Tate's plot to pressure Cain Dingle into selling the remaining half of Butler's farm, while Moira remains in prison. Earlier episodes of the ITV soap showed Joe blackmailing Robert and Victoria Sugden so they would give up their shares, and he has continued to apply pressure on Cain ever since. Meanwhile, Cain, who is struggling financially, recently joined forces with his granddaughter Sarah to steal vehicles. Sarah is the only member of Cain's family who knows about his prostate cancer diagnosis, while Moira still has no idea about his condition. In scenes aired on the 5th of March, Joe came up with a strategy to catch Cain in the act after suspecting that the mechanic had taken his previous car. Joe deliberately showed off his brand new vehicle, parking it directly outside the garage before heading into the Woolpack for a drink. Worried that Gabby Thomas might cancel her beef order from Butler's farm following Joe's advice, Cain decided to steal another car, targeting Joe's new one. Following Cain's instructions, Cami Hadid went into the Woolpack and distracted Joe by spilling his drink. While the two argued about who was at fault, Cain quickly stepped in and quietly took Joe's car keys. Cain acted fast and sold the stolen vehicle. When he later returned to the garage, Joe approached him looking very pleased with himself. Holding his phone, Joe explained that his car had several additional features, such as remote tracking and hidden internal cameras in case anything went wrong. He then revealed another surprise for Cain by playing a video that clearly showed him stealing the car. Joe said there was only one way Cain could avoid going to jail. According to him, the mechanic now had no option but to sell Moira's share of the farm. Cain insisted that the farm was not for sale. Joe calmly suggested that the situation might change, pointing to the footage on his phone as proof. Overwhelmed with anger, Cain punched Joe just as Dawn walked past and rushed to help her partner. She wanted to call the police, but Joe decided to take it easy on Cain this time, following the advice she had given him earlier that day. Once they were alone, Joe urged Cain to think about his children and be sensible, offering what he described as a fair price for his share of the farm. After overhearing their discussion, Graham Foster later visited Cain. Although he admitted he did not support Joe's tactics, Graham warned that Joe was serious about getting what he wanted. Knowing about Cain's illness, he told him it would be wiser to admit defeat before things got worse. Graham advised him to accept the offer and focus on the more important issues in his life. He also asked whether Moira had been told about the cancer diagnosis yet. Cain ordered him to leave, but it was clear that Graham's words had made him think. Before leaving, Graham gave Cain one final warning, telling him not to create bigger problems for himself, because once he did, escaping them would be extremely difficult. An Emmerdale actor will be stepping away from the ITV soap for a short period following a major rule change introduced by the show's bosses. Bradley Riches, who portrays Lewis Barton in the long-running drama, is preparing to temporarily leave the village after being cast in a stage production later this year. During the 2026 festive season, the actor will swap Yorkshire for Neverland as he joins the cast of A Christmas Pantomime, playing the iconic role of Peter Pan. The performer, who has also appeared in Netflix's Heartstopper and took part in Celebrity Big Brother UK, will take on the lead character in The Further Adventures of Peter Pan, The Return of Captain Hook, which will be staged at the Sunderland Empire Theatre. The theatre confirmed the announcement on its social media platforms on 4th of March. Before revealing the casting, it had teased fans with a silhouette image of the mystery star, dressed as Peter Pan. In the official Instagram post, the theatre excitedly revealed that the actor from Heartstopper, Emmerdale, and Big Brother will be flying into Sunderland this Christmas to play the adventurous hero Peter Pan. The actor joined Emmerdale last year as Lewis, a character who moved to the Dales in search of his half-brother Ross. Since arriving, Lewis has secured a job at the village cafe and has been working to improve the business. He has also spoken openly about being autistic and recently developed a romantic connection with Cain Dingle, although he still does not know the identity of his biological father. If the actor had joined the soap several years ago, taking on a pantomime role while remaining part of the show would not have been possible. In the past, ITV reportedly required soap actors to leave their roles if they wanted to perform in stage productions like pantomime. However, after losing cast members to theatre commitments in previous years, the broadcaster has now removed that rule. As a result, performers from both Emmerdale and Coronation Street can temporarily step away from filming to appear in pantomime productions, as long as the schedule is organised well in advance. At the moment, it has not been confirmed exactly when the actor will take his break from the soap, or how the character's temporary exit will be written into the storyline. Previously, he mentioned that he feels happy and fulfilled working on the show, and joked that he plans to stay until the producers decide to write him out. Emmerdale delivered emotional scenes as Laurel Thomas finally confronted her son Arthur and forced him to leave the house after discovering the truth about her accident. Earlier in the ITV soap, Laurel suffered a serious injury at home when she fell and hit her head on the stairs, which resulted in a hospital stay. Although she initially claimed she could not remember what had happened, she secretly knew that Arthur had been responsible. The incident happened after the pair had a heated argument about Laurel's unresolved feelings for the late villain Ray Walters. During the confrontation, Arthur pushed his mother, causing her to fall against the stairs. After returning home from hospital, Laurel struggled to be around her son. Her mixed emotions became even harder to deal with after Gabby began to suspect that Arthur had something to do with the accident and openly shared her concerns. In the latest episode, Laurel found it difficult to keep her composure when Gabby visited to apologize for accusing Arthur. Arthur arrived home while his sister was still there and firmly insisted that he had nothing to do with the accident. Once Gabby left, Arthur commented that he was relieved she had finally admitted she was wrong. However, Laurel shocked him with a sudden confession. She told him to stop and revealed that she knew he was the one who had caused her injury. Although she wished it were not true, she admitted that she clearly remembered what had happened. Arthur then confessed that he had been feeling extremely guilty and had been terrified that he might have seriously harmed his mother or caused something even worse. When he asked how long she had known the truth, Laurel explained that her memory returned the moment she woke up, but she had stayed silent while trying to process the situation. She admitted that she had struggled to even accept the truth herself. Laurel sadly reflected on how Arthur used to be a kind and gentle child. Arthur insisted that he was still the same person, but Laurel admitted that she was no longer sure. Despite Arthur begging her not to send him away, Laurel decided that he should stay with Jai for a while. Emmerdale is broadcast on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.